Welcome back, guys, to another video. Today we're going to do another review. This one's going to be on the Jaxx Gleam LED wireless speaker. Now, for those that are wondering where I purchased this device, it is from Five Below. Just keep in mind it does vary to which ones you go to, because different Five Belows, depending on the neighborhood, do sell more higher end or more lower end products. So keep that in mind. Anywho, without further ado, let's hop right into this review so I can tell you what comes inside the box and if the speaker is actually worth purchasing. All right, so the part that we're all waiting for is basically the unboxing. I already did the honors of taking out the, what we call it here, the instructions right here. All these speakers typically come with instructions. Normally, I don't necessarily show that, but it does come inside the box. As usual, right off the back, this has micro USB. Let's see if I can get a little view. There we go. A little view for you right there. In case anyone's wondering what camera I'm using, I am using the Pixel 6 Pro. I decided to give it another shot as usual, and I said, you know what? After the update, let's make sure everything is good with the phone. So here we are. But that's not about this phone right now. We're talking about this speaker. So this is the speaker right here. Now, unfortunately, the one that I have does have scratches on the front. You can probably see that right here. A couple cosmetic marks. Not life or death on my end, as I can always switch it out if need be, but this is here for review purposes. And of course, I did already use this to see how well it sounds, but I'm going to sync it in real time with you guys to let you know. So on the back of the speaker, you have your on and your off button. Right here, you have your micro USB, which is 5 volts. So even if you use a higher voltage of charger, it's only going to be able to manage 5 volts. So don't waste your time. With that being said, there are no other actual buttons on this device. It just looks like it's on, off. That's it. So for those that don't like the lights, actually, let's turn it on and I'll show you real time. So when you hit the button on the back, it comes on and it's automatically going to put itself in pair mode. And it looks like these lights have to stay on. There's been quite a few reviewers in the past, not reviewers, but just viewers on the channel that ask, are you able to turn off certain lights? I'm going to tell you right now, you can't take these lights off. There's no physical buttons in order to do that. There's nothing you can do about that. So with that being said, let me go ahead and actually pair the phone itself. So pair the headset to the phone in real time so you can see how it's actually done. That way there won't be any questions like how do you pair it? Because there's been times in my early reviews where I didn't actually pair it properly. So let me actually hit that right there so I can get the name of that. So this is called the BT LED RGB speaker. Let's go ahead and tap that. It's going to go through its sync. Okay, so we're connected. Now, just so you know, I did not charge the speaker. I did use it for about a half an hour or so, and it is at 60%. So if you're wondering what the battery life for this particular speaker is, let's go by the specs real fast. You get 32 feet in terms of range, which is typical of any Bluetooth for the most part. This definitely isn't anything like Bluetooth 5.2. I doubt it's even 5.1. It's probably 5.0. Let me see if they show it on the side of the box. Doesn't really look like they do, and that's fine. Oh, no, it is 5.1. Get out of here. Bluetooth 5.1. We already showed you the USB charging cable. Color changing LED. That's the light mode. Unfortunately, again, I have no physical way of turning that off. The playtime. You get 1.5 to 2 hours of playtime based on the battery life. Same could be said when charging it. So if you use 30 minutes worth of battery, it might take you 30 minutes to charge it back up. Granted, you can plug this up from the back, as you can see, and just keep it plugged up. That's what you're normally supposed to do with cheaper speakers. And then, you'll be able to use it indefinitely as long as it's completely charged. Most people don't just walk around with speakers unless you're cooking in the kitchen and doing different things. And, something like this that lasts for about 2 hours would be good for a podcast if it's under 2 hours, or just some type of music or TV show if you're watching out loud. Anywho, let's go ahead and listen to the sound and see how well this actually is. Not well it is, but how good it sounds. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I actually have some old music that I made back in the day when I was in my tween years, and I still have it, believe it or not. So I'm going to go ahead and play something so that we can kind of figure out how this sounds and how loud this gets, actually. All right. All right, this is the max volume for this. Okay. I mean, it has volume, but doesn't have much bass. I'm just waiting for it to drop. Okay. That's good enough. I can pretty much give you an accurate assessment after hearing that. So, when using this particular this Bluetooth speaker right here, what I'm honestly going to say to you is it doesn't have much bass. So for those people that are expecting to be able to play heavy rock, AC/DC, Euro beats, which is a lot of stuff that I listen to, Linkin Park, there's a plethora of artists, but I'm just giving you guys just a generalization when I say rock. Because typically rock music is the genre, in my opinion, that really brings out how well your speakers sound. Of course, that is all different ears, so don't take that to heart when I said that. That's just the genres I prefer. It has the volume. It could definitely fill up a room. If you're talking with other people, 2 or 3 people in a room, it might drown out the speaker a little bit. It's not super loud, but normally when I do these reviews and I turn up the speaker, I have to actually kind of up my voice. I didn't really have to do that with this particular speaker because it's not super high end, obviously, and it doesn't have great volume. But if you're studying, you're in a room by yourself, you're watching a TV show, you're watching a podcast, you're reading a book or something, an audio book, and you want it to play through this, it works pretty well for that. Anyway, I did try it in different circumstances at home, but for review purposes, I packed it back inside the box. I want to show you guys how it is in real time. So it is compatible with iPhones, Android smartphones, iPad tablets, wireless audio devices, and things like that. I don't know who has wireless audio devices, honestly, but mainly it's just the phone and the iPads and things like that. It's the normal devices it's used with. Of course, if you have a PC that has Bluetooth, you could use this too. But realistically, you can buy a $20 speaker set that's like 30 or 40 amps or something like that for like $20 and just use that for your PC if you're trying to start off. So is it worth the $595? Yes. I will say that it is. It would have been nice if it was USB-C or had a longer cord, but it doesn't, and that's fine. I don't expect it to. It is Five Below, and they seem to get products that were already made once upon a time, kind of. I don't think they're new products, meaning made in 2022. They just seem like products that might have been sold at FYE at one point. And since they no longer exist and the products were probably, well, FYE just still does exist in some places. Let me not say that. But since the products were distributed in different places, I don't know how that distribution goes, but I'm rambling. Anyway, the speaker is decent. I do suggest it for those that like the colors. Unfortunately, I don't believe that this actually plays color according to, let me try that again. See if it changes. No, it doesn't. So this isn't one of those speakers where the music, not the music, the light changes along with the beat. It just looks like it is as is. It'll just change colors. Again, there's no physical button. Some speakers used to have it where the light button is an on button and then there's an off button, but this only has on and off. Unfortunately, you won't be able to actually turn off the light. But to be honest, it doesn't look that bad. Like, it's not piercing bright. You could definitely tell that because of this thick plastic right here, this isn't going to blind you in the middle of the night. Like when I had it on my dresser, some lights are so piercing and blinding and sharp. This seems diluted a little bit because of how thick this plastic is. And I think that's what they were going for, so it won't just blind you in the middle of the night. But anyway, without rambling any further, that's the review. Like, subscribe. If you have any questions about this, I doubt you would. But if you do have any questions, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video.